Hey, y'all. Another Emergency Exit podcast coming here at you. We'll be getting started promptly at 10 p.m. Austin Central Standard Time. That's right. You guys are watching us early. Actually, just me and Brando today. We're going to see, hopefully Jimmy's going to finish up with his play and get out here, at least, very least give us a call. How are you guys doing today? You guys out there? Our number's going to be on the screen. You guys can talk to me. Won't get interrupted very much by Jimmy Preston, or Jimmy Presto, as it was new nicknamed over the weekend because of magic tricks that he didn't do. Let's see here. I'm trying to get the stream up here so that I can see what's going on. There it is. I'm up here. Let's see. That's me. Vidges. What's up, Brendan Toohey, my man? What up, dude? How are you? How are you living? We missed you over at Dickens this year. Hopefully I'll get to see you again real soon. All right, we're just going to start here in 2 minutes. 2 minutes till showtime. I guess I'll share this with everybody. Watch this video with people's. Okay. Hey, how's it going out there? Come on now. Come on now. We'll be getting started here in 1 minute. 1 minute till showtime. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. You know, it's going to be a good show. No, Jimmy. Not that it's going to be a good show because he's not here. We love Jimmy. We love Jimmy. It's just it's going to be a good show because he's not here, you know? Because he's not here to interrupt. But, of course, you know, you guys might not be into my view. What's up, everybody? Say hello. We are going to be started here in, it's 40 seconds, y'all. 40 seconds till the show starts. I want to make sure I'm ready to press play on this. What's going on, you guys? You guys are good-looking people out there. Lots of good-looking people. Channel 10, Austin, that's how we roll here. What is today? The 9th of December. We're going to get started here in 20 seconds. 20 seconds till call time, till show time. You guys are lovely looking people, lovely people out there. You know what I'm saying? Lovely people, beautiful people out there. Couple ugly ones, but mostly good looking. Mostly good looking. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, y'all.
You are now listening to...
Oh, they're coming to rob us and rape us, and they're coming.
I don't know where you're hearing that, but literally nobody's saying that.
I know English people that aren't supposed to be here, but I don't complain about them.
I'm not trying to out you, but I
get
want...
me in a gotcha moment.
No gotchas, because I do gotchas, but it's not a gotcha, okay?
They all know you as like a Alex Jones apologist.
Yeah, pretty much. Alt-right adjacent, I think.
Alt-right adjacent.
Is it
liar?
What else?
A racist? A lunatic?
An N-word hater.
No.
But in the event of an emergency, your regular exit might not be the quickest or safest.
Emergency exit is painted on!
There's no way out! There's no way out! Do it!
That's right. Welcome to another episode of Emergency Exit. Normally we're going to try to break the divide with somebody else over here, but it's not going to happen today. This is episode 133. Today is December 9th, 2019. We're broadcasting again. It's 10 at 10 here in our floating tin can. Far above the world. I'm Los. I'm on Twitter. That's right, Los. Of course, I would no Jimmy today. That's unfortunate, but making sure we're streaming, making sure we're doing everything live here on the fly. It's Brandon, the Hard Hat Mitchell, my man.
Hey, what's
What's
going
up,
on?
dude?
Hey, man.
Where are you? You down there?
I'm right there. No, I'm just
There.
brought myself up right there. Hey, just wanted to let you know real quick, all the knobs and buttons and switches are in the right places.
That's good. That's good to know.
Excellent.
You got to have the knobs in the
getting
right
this.
place. Your
You're
beard's
getting
looking
it.
nice, brother.
Thank you, sir.
It's growing out
sir.
nicely.
I need to give it just a little trim just to get some control on this underside
It's looking
here.
good. It's looking real
But
good.
It's good. It's good. Thank you, sir.
Anyways, that's right. So this week on the show, Jimmy's doing his play. He's, I think it's Rock and Roll Santa or something like Hillbilly Santa, Rockabilly Santa. I can't remember what it is. Hopefully he'll give us a call. He's out of here soon, or out of there soon. Otherwise, he's probably really drunk and enjoying himself. He deserves to have fun. Anyways, this week on the show, little controversy here in Austin at Banu Coffee Shop. We'll talk about that. Maybe talk a little bit about Biden's confrontation with an audience member. But, you know, I think first and foremost, of course, we got the videos coming after that. But first and foremost, let's go ahead and do a Brew World Order. You ready for this? Let's go.
It's the Brew World Order.
That's right. Another brew order coming at you. This week we've got Flying Man Brewing Company's Supersonic Blonde. That's right. Looks like Brando brought this one for us. It's something we've never had before. Comes right out of Flying Man Brewing Company out of Austin, Texas. Jimmy, take it away.
You know what, Los? This light blonde is an easy drinking all year round beer. Light and refreshing for all occasions. Smooth, crisp, well balanced, and easy to drink. Blonde in color while sporting a lacy white head. This supersonic blonde is going to go fast. Named the first X-plane, the Bell X-1 was our first plane to break the sound barrier. Blah, blah, blah. The X-1
Blah,
was
blah, blah.
yellow and nicknamed... What does that have to do with anything?
Very good, Jimmy.
Yes.
You know they hired somebody
to
write that. They're like, we
shit.
need
But it was like a transition
Instead of
to
saying
an X-plane.
Supersonic Blonde.
Yeah, supersonic blonde. I get it. Fuck. The fuck is that all about? Jesus. Don't cuss.
This is great. It's got a mild hop, barely any hop in there.
Whoa.
And it's very lemony when it hits your tongue. Finishes with the hop. I think this is excellent.
What
do
are you
think?
going to give it?
You go first.
Okay, well,
Need some more time to simmer down on this one.
this is, it's interesting. It's very complex. I feel like I fell into a hole and was bathing in, like, some golden nectar.
I feel that way too, man.
Yeah, but I'm going to give it a 4.2. That's right.
That's right. I seem to really enjoy this. I seem like that. I don't know, to me, an outside observer would go, that guy's really enjoying that beer right now.
Seems like
He's in deep thought about it. I'm going to give that a 4.7. That's
Oh,
right.
wow. What about Brando?
What about you, Brendan?
Oh. Supersonic Blonde, eh? Woo. Lemon, hop, hippie hop, a lot of hop actually. Kind of lingers. 3.4.
3.4. That's very good.
There
That's
you go.
the Brew World Order. That's right.
It's the Brew World Order.
Sorry. Yeah, so close, so close. We almost had that. Welcome to another episode of Emergency Exit Podcast. Like I said earlier, Jimmy's not going to be here. Hopefully he can give us a call. Speaking of giving us a call, we have our phone number right up here. Anyways, it's 512-477. What's the rest of it, Brandon?
2440.
2440 477 2440. There it is. Oh, there it's up here. Great. You give us a call. Give me a call. We know we had a lot of people call last week about impeachment stuff. I was going to talk about all this impeachment stuff. I really don't care. Honestly, what's going to happen? He's going to get impeached through the House, and nothing's going to happen in the Senate. We all know this is going to happen. It's going to look bad for him. I don't care. Go President Pence for all I care. I don't care. So instead, today, there is this. I'm going to try to get out of here real quick and get out of this watch party. Leave for now. Listen. You guys go to coffee shops in town. If you're from Austin, you guys know what I'm talking about there. Coffee shops everywhere. This particular one we're going to talk about is, did that not pop up on there for you?
The complaint?
Yeah, the complaint.
I'm getting it right now.
Anyways, I don't think it's on there per se. You're going to have to, anyway, so what happened? It's a Starbucks situation in Philadelphia. What happened? We have people going in there, not buying something in their policies that you got to buy something to do something. But anyways, there was this complaint. I don't want to name the guy's. I don't want to name the guy. Oh, there it is. Great. But I wanted to read it to you. We'll have it up here as I read it. Can you pop I guess we have to put his name on there. It doesn't matter. It's publicly posted. So hopefully I can. Oh, it's the other side. Sorry. So it's right here. So I wasn't going to share this at first because I have so much on my plate and I didn't want to spend time writing a post. But here I go. Since 2017, I've been a regular customer at Banu Coffee on Congress. I would say over the past 7 to 9 months, maybe even longer than that, Brian, an employee at this Banu location, started giving me a hard time of not purchasing anything. It wasn't that I wasn't purchasing anything, but I guess not in a timely enough fashion that he would have liked. My thing is, I go there to work. I sit down, I plug in my laptop, hard drives, and I get into the zone and work. Typically, what happens is I would get out of the zone and come to a good stopping point of my work. I'd get up, use the restroom, or purchase something. May it be a sandwich, cookie, or smoothie. One of those threes, or sometimes a combination of both or all. This isn't a place I visit every day, but periodically and from time to time. It's very sporadic, so I can't tell you specific days or times I go there. It's all over the place. It's a convenience. So basically this guy's setting up a store. He goes here every once in a while. So over this 7 to 9 plus month period, whenever I happened to stop in and he, Brian, was working there, and I would always get approached by him 15 minutes after I've settled in and begun working. He would always come up to me like with his wide eyes and snarky little half smile and say, "Hey man, are you going to buy something?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm planning to later." And the guy's like, "Well, you've been here about 15, 20 minutes already," and yada, 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 yada. The third time he did this, I called him out about being prejudiced towards me, and he claimed to do that to everyone. But that I was I do that to he does that to everyone, but that I was a repeat offender of working there but never buying anything, which is not true. Where are we at on this so far? What do you guys think here? Of course, you guys can give me a call. There are policies out there. Sounds like this guy is a constant offender, sitting down. I don't know this guy. I don't know Brian either. I don't know either. And let's continue on here. He accused him of never buying anything when he's working there, and he says that's not true. I called him on his BS. After buying food, I literally watched other patrons come in, and those that came in sat down to work without buying anything. I started the timer on my phone to see at what point he would approach them. 20, 30, 45 minutes would elapse, and they would never be approached by big bad old Brian. I don't have to tell you what color they were, so yeah, at this point I'm feeling like I'm being targeted. Well, now I guess the cat's out of the bag. This person is a person of color, and he's a little angry at this. I mean, I guess I would too. You know, there's somebody obviously targeting this person. I don't know if it's obvious at all, but it sounds like you're not following a policy that they have, correct? Can you scroll down a little more there? There we go. Go down a little bit. Go scroll back up. I did about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I worked for about 15 minutes at Banu. And as I'm packing up my stuff to go buy a smoothie or something before leaving, I'm greeted by Brian, who hands me a piece of paper with an email on it. Puzzled, I looked at him and I asked, "What is this?" Brian says, This is the email from my manager. You need to contact him because as of today, you are banned from coming into Banu. I dang near almost bust out laughing in his face, he says. But I gave him the, okay. As you can imagine, at this point, I didn't even bother going to the register to buy anything. I just left with a headache. Scroll up a little bit so I can see the rest of that. So 2 weeks ago, go back down. 2 weeks ago, I go to speak to the manager in person and inform him of everything stated above and that I feel like I was being targeted / harassed by Brian. He's understanding, but also regurgitates everything Brian stated, that I wasn't buying anything, and how their policy states that all customers must purchase at least one item upon entry, and and how there's been repeat violators, and that they're a business, and they're losing money when people take up seats and don't buy anything, yada, 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 he says. All understood, but I share with him that I do buy and pay for items, and that if they're truly enforcing the upon entry policy, that it must be with all patrons and not selective. I also make a formal complaint on Brian with him. We hash it out, shake hands, the band's lifted, and he asks me if I can avoid coming there, and he goes on and tells him what the days he's working there. So tonight, which I don't know when this was written, can we scroll up real quick and see when he actually wrote this? 12 hours ago. So this was yesterday. This was Sunday night. So go back down to where he says tonight. Tonight, a friend of his and I agreed to go to Banu, to do a quick transfer of videos on his hard drive. He's talking about, he's running blah, 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 blah. There's a giant long line. His friend Chaka managed to get a small table with another customer. He points to the table from the line. I go straight there. I unpacked my laptop hard drive and unplugged the power into plug the power into the wall. I know you're all probably asking, why do I keep coming there? Honestly, I don't think about it or Brian very much. I'm only reminded when I return to Banu and he approaches me. Anywho, I get everything set up and Chaka joins me and we begin talking. 1 minute later, I receive a reminder as if on cue Brian shows up with a goofy looking smile on his face and arms thrown up in the air in front of everyone and says, dude, didn't I tell you you were banned? Don't make me call the cops. At this point, I've had enough and raise my voice just as equally and loud and state, number one, I already spoke to your manager and we already settled everything. He stated he was going to talk to you. Number two, I'm really getting tired of you harassing me every time I come in here and you have something to say. You need to leave me alone. Brian was saying, who? Who did you talk to? What's his name? Homeboy says, I don't remember his name, and he gives him a description of him, and Brian goes, okay, well, I'm going to call him. If he can't confirm, I'm calling the police. Needless to say, he doesn't call the police because the guy says yes, and we have this big old debacle. Did you guys hear about this here? You guys are all Austinites and whatnot, but Neil Anderson says private companies can refuse service to anyone they choose. It's absolutely true. But this is that same situation that happened in Philadelphia with that Starbucks. We had two gentlemen going in there to do whatever they want. It doesn't matter, right? But they wanted to use the bathroom, and the bartender, whatever you want to call him, said, hey, listen, you got to use the bathroom, you got to buy something, store policy. And they were like, no, I don't have to. And it sounds like this guy is a repeat offender of this policy or against this policy, where he's not just going and buying something or putting some cash on the table or something. Instead, waiting for somebody to come to him and say something. And now I get his side here. He goes, I always buy something eventually. Well, that's not the policy they want. If you're going to buy something eventually, why don't you buy it eventually when you get there? So that way you don't have to be harassed by this, because there's obviously a policy. Then again, he says something about how he was there. He paid for food after that first confrontation, or that whatever confrontation it was, and he sat there and watched people come in for the first time or whatever, 20, 30, 45 minutes, never been approached. You don't have to mention the color of the skin. Sort of throwing in some racial things in there. I don't know Brian. I don't know if he's racist. He could very well be. I don't know. But doesn't sound like he's doing anything racist here. It's just a quick way of throwing some shade at somebody, and it's not really fair to do that. But I don't know this person, and it sounds like he's been having to deal with Brian for some time. And what's weird about this is that you've got this guy coming in here. He made he made amends or whatever, shook the hand of the manager. I think it's the owner he talked to. And the guy said, well, you know, maybe you guys can avoid each other, you know, so there's none of this animosity. Somehow he still ends up going there when he's not supposed to. It's not like he's not supposed to, but, you know, to avoid this kind of thing. Well, I think what pisses him off the most, and I can understand, is that he was told that he was going to talk to Brian, or the guy said that the manager told him he was going to talk to Brian, and I guess it doesn't sound like he even talked to him because he came up to him and said, dude, I thought you were banned. I don't know, man, but this kind of thing sounds weird. Have you ever encountered anything like that? I think you should give me a ring-a-ding, numbers right up here if you've encountered that. What do you think about this? Because what's going on right now is that he put this out on all his different social medias. It even ended up on Yelp, and where people are starting 1 star, 1 star, 1 star. Go to what is it? 1A, 1B. Yeah, go to 1C here, the Yelp, and I'll read the Yelp stuff here. But excuse me, geez, I had a couple of beers before we got started here today. Now they got 158 reviews. Benu Coffee here. I'll get out of the way here. Scroll down here. Keep going, and we'll get to the ratings here. And can you change the ratings to like most recent? Scroll up this way a bit, and go newest. It's already on newest first. Great. And so as you can see, if you scroll down some, it's just a lot of people have gotten word of this. I think thousands of people have now seen it. People are saying 1 star. You should be ashamed of yourself. Your racism is showing. How about we don't selectively enforce policies that are clearly not written or outlined to the public to begin with, by the way. And from what I understand, they do have something on their door saying you must buy something if you're going to sit down, right? It's like upon entry policy. What else do they say? As a business owner and a person of color, I am extremely disappointed in how you treat your patrons. I am no longer going to be a customer at this establishment. There's no place for racist and discriminatory behavior. Move to Dallas for that shit. Oh, come on. And it's funny. Keep going. It says, terrible racist staff, poor customer service and management. Save your money and for a better establishment. Benu's a great establishment, by the way. I don't know if you guys had their espresso. They got great beans. They've got great espresso machines. They got great people working there. I've never met Brian, so he could be a piece of S. I don't know. What else? It just keeps going. It keeps going. I won't patronize. It's really sad when you hear how a customer has been treated over this establishment. Over the past 2 years, I've enjoyed working at Benu and doing work. What is with you people taking your stupid laptop to a place and sitting there and not buying something right away? That's the problem here. Buy something and you won't have a problem. It's not your place. And he said, I just go there and I sit down and I work. This is the original complaint. I go there and I sit down and I work. And I don't get up until I'm out of the zone and I go buy something. Make that thing happen first. This isn't your place that you can just go and hang out. I mean, I guess sort of it is, but it's not. You don't own it. You don't make the rules, and you should abide by somebody's rules. Then again, who is this manager guy, Brian, like so hoity-toity about the rules? He's like, man, I care about the policy so much. Like, who cares, dude? You're wasting your time on that. And, maybe if you were really racist, maybe he would avoid this whole thing or throw an N-bomb or something. I don't know. But you're being an asshole, and I think, can we pull up that picture of Mr. Presto? In the words of my good buddy, James Preston, who we nicknamed Presto over the weekend, and I should get into what we did over the weekend. We've got this beautiful picture of Jimmy. It says right here, don't be an asshole. And I think both people in the situation are the asshole. I mean, obviously, one guy, Brian, is just doing his job on one hand. The other guy's coming in and not following policy. They're both at fault for being assholes. And Jimmy would say, don't be an asshole. And I can't disagree. Let's see here. Neil says, I'm going to the one on MLK tomorrow, and I don't even like coffee. Oh, I think he's just going there just to piss off people. Anyways, what do you guys think about that? Did we get through all that stuff? I guess we did get through all of that for now. Don't be an asshole. I mean, come on. What's your problem with just following some rules of society that some rules lay out? If you're going to buy something already, just buy it first. there's a long line or something, I don't know, put your stuff down, get in line, keep an eye on your stuff. Or maybe go find a different shop. I don't know. This is America. If you're having a crappy time at some place, you don't have to keep going there, you know? Anyways, I'm done with that. You guys give me a call if you guys have any questions. You guys want to talk or tell me I'm stupid or wrong. Either way is good. Jimmy and I, over the weekend, we went to Galveston, Texas. We drove. It was a good time. We were at Dickens on the Strand. It's a Charles Dickens Victorian Festival that happens every December around this time. And we've gone every year for 10 years through the Awesome Facial Hair Club. This is my second year. I skipped last year, and I went the year before that, but I went this year. It was good times. Reason why we go, maybe you guys know when I mean me and Jimmy, we hosted or emceed a mustache and beard competition, sort of off the cuff. No one actually knows we're going to do that. It's on the schedule of events that's going to happen, but rather we'll go out and we'll try to wrangle people in to do it. It's great. It's a fun time. We had a wonderful time meeting a bunch of people, eating all the Scotch eggs. Oh, by the way, have you had a Scotch egg before? A Scotch egg is delicious. Scotch egg is a soft-boiled egg that's encased with sausage. It's just encased with sausage and deep fried. Doesn't that sound good? Have you had one of those before, Brandon?
No, man, I haven't.
Dude, they're so good.
Sounds
and it's like a festival. If you ever gone to like the Old Pecan Street Festival, I mean, it's just like that. It's on the street, the downtown street, and there's you can get your fried Oreos, your fried Twinkies, your Scotch eggs. Only one vendor had Scotch eggs there. I mean, unless you want to go into one of the restaurants. But you think that like you go to the Texas State Fair, there's like 10 places to get like fried lobster or something, right? There's only one place to go, Scotch eggs, and that line goes way down the street. Like, it's impressive how long it goes. I got to take a piss here. I don't know why I have to pee so much, but we might have to go to a video real quick while I do it. A break video. Just have something ready. All right. Anyways, Jimmy and I decided to leave a little earlier on Sunday so that we can get here. Jimmy has his play that he's doing. But we get into talking, getting about impeachment. I get his side. I don't think he gets my side, really. He thinks that if you disagree with him, it's sort of the wrong way to think in. And listen, I get it, man. It sounds bad. It sounds like he's getting dirt on a political advocate. But it doesn't sound like he's getting it in some cases. Like, if you think about it this way, he's not trying to get dirt on a political advocate. He's trying to sort of find the corruption, which Hunter Biden admits he would never have got that job if it wasn't for his last name. There's an interview where he said that kind of thing. It's like, what would you change or something? He's like, well, I guess I wouldn't have get a job just based on my name. And there could be corruption. He goes, well, people. He goes, people all the time get jobs because of their father, their mother, whatever. Yeah, I get it, right? But in a place called Ukraine where there's like tons of corruption that like New York Times was talking about corruption with meddling in our election. Like they put that out and they're saying Ukraine meddling is listen. I didn't really want to get into politics, but the idea of what I was getting at is that I don't believe Jimmy can see things through my eyes. Rather, I can sort of see where he's coming from. Okay, I can see how you think that Trump was trying to dig up dirt. I totally get it. Like, how can I not see that part? Then I see that also Jimmy has this intent in his mind. He knows what somebody feels on the inside. I'll give him that thing, Dr. Jimmy over here, he's prescribing me pills over here. He seems to know. We got a phone call. Is it Jimmy? Who is this?
This is Rob.
Hey, Rob, what's going on, man?
I'm just watching your guy on TV.
Yeah, that's me.
Go crazy.
I'm going crazy. Rob, you there?
Hey, how you doing?
Rob, you there? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can.
Wonderful. Whatever we did, we fixed it. Well, so what are you saying? You're saying that I'm acting crazy?
Dude, come on, man. You're doing all those right-wing talking points. I know you're smart. I know you have a brain.
Turn him down a bit.
The facts are out there. There's no use trying to come up with these insane conspiracy theories.
How are they? Okay, first of all, the facts are out there, and that's why we question it. The fact is that everybody that testified for this whole thing didn't have firsthand knowledge, and it's all hearsay. We can't just use hearsay. And the one person that did hear something from the horse's mouth said, I want nothing. So that is the facts of things. Now, if you want to try to say that there was intent, that you know what
It sounds like you're trying to get a job on Fox News, man. You're in an alternate reality. You're the reason why people compare this age to 1984. Up is down, down is up, white is black, black is white. You create enough smoke, enough fog, and you think people's going to believe that. Dude, I like you. I think we could be friends.
I think
But
so, too.
You really are. You're off the deep end, man.
Well, here, let me ask you, Rob. Like, look, I can see where you're coming from, but do you see where we're coming from? At least the side that I'm
Dude,
talking
there
about.
is no from where you can come from. It's all false. It's
Dude,
all
so
lies.
this-
It's 1984.
You see,
It's an
because you're
alternate
thinking,
reality
Rob,
that you're
because
living
you're
in.
thinking that way, it makes it very difficult to have conversations. You have to sort of sympathize and at least look into what we're saying. You don't have to like agree with it, but you're saying that I'm living in some fantasy world. Like, obviously, we saw the same thing. We have all the same information here. Now, yours is saying that you think that he intended.
You're sitting
How
there
can you-
saying inferences
how-
don't count in a court of law.
How can
They
you
surely
say
do.
that he
A judge
intended to look for
instructs you
dirt?
to use your common sense.
Bro, I've got tons of...
Anybody that's got common sense knows that Trump and his whole family need to be in prison for the rest of their lives.
Why is that? Because they're liars?
Because they are criminals. They are the mafia without the title mafia. They are working against America. Who's Trump meeting with tomorrow? The Russian Prime Minister guy, that
Okay.
Lavrov.
Okay. And so
Come
we,
on,
what, we,
man.
are you
He
trying to say
hasn't
that we
met with the
shouldn't?
guy from Ukraine once.
Rob,
That's our
Rob, Rob. So
ally.
are you
I
trying to
hate
say that
this, Russia is our enemy.
So so we shouldn't meet with our enemies to try to bridge divides. We should just isolate ourselves from our enemies. Is that what you
Oh
want?
my God!
Is that what you want?
Look, dude,
You're
we have
talking like
we
Pete
have,
Buttigieg
we
over
have
here.
no reason to be
Buttigieg
talking
was
with
saying,
Russia. We're giving them
Quiet
any
for a second,
kind.
Rob. Buttigieg was saying something like, well, you know, people, we shouldn't be talking to these dictators. We shouldn't try to bridge divides. And Tulsi was like, yeah, maybe you wouldn't, you little turd. And he's all like, oh. Like, Tulsi is a way better candidate than Buttigieg. I think we can agree on that. But bottom line is, we need to talk to our enemies. We need to bridge the divides. That's why I talk to Jimmy.
You don't talk to Russians and with all their meddling, all their electronic crap. What you do is you put sanction on them, you hurt them in their oil production, you try to hurt them in any way you can short of going to war.
Well, brother, maybe there's some not changing your mind. You know, I'm not here to try to change your mind. I can just tell you how I feel, and you can say, oh, they're right-wing talking points, whatever the hell that means. Like, they're not
You
true
know exactly
what we talk
what it
about. You're
is.
just
They're
saying
passed
they're
out every day.
right-wing talking
Everybody
points.
that calls
You know,
LBJ
everything you talk
reads
about,
off the
Rob, is a
right-wing
left-wing talking point. What would you say if I'd said, oh, those are just left-wing talking points? Would you say the same thing to me? Oh, he's still talking. That's all right. We have control over this. What's he saying?
And I can say the truth. I'm not stupid.
Bro, listen. I don't want to bring this up, but, you know, I've been a magician for, well, a long time, more than half of my life. And I see things a little differently than you could, I'm sure. But I'm not going to say that because I'm a magician. I can see the deception in one party or another. I can just see, and mind you, I did not like Trump in 2016. Go back to our episodes pre-everything politics of me, and I said that guy will never be president. I thought he was racist. I thought he was sexist. And when I look, okay, you know, whatever you want to say, but I would like to see some actual evidence of such things.
Go on and on and on.
Bro, I would like to see some evidence of these things you're talking about. You say he's sexist. How is he sexist? Go ahead.
Look the way he talks about women, how they're nasty. He grabs them by the crotch and
Just
brags
Rosie
about it.
O'Donnell
The
he
guy
said
is
that about.
is a sex
Now, don't tell me you
criminal on
haven't
top
talked
of
crap
everything
about
else.
some
What,
ladies.
You got 17 women claiming assault by him?
Oh, my God. Yeah, we can claim a lot of assault. Do you remember Brett Kavanaugh, all the
Let's
chicks
talk
that
about
claimed
fraud.
assault on him?
How about his university? Boy, that was a hell of a good thing, wasn't it?
Well, you know, hey, a businessman will make businesses. They don't all do well. How many businesses have you done?
I agree
Like,
with
listen,
your
bro,
partner last
just
week.
because
He
you start a
said,
business
"Y'all
doesn't mean you're going to be
phones are fucked
successful, Rob. Listen to you. You're like, well, look at all. I used to say that. I used to say the same thing. I'm like, what happened to Trump vodka? What happened to Trump steaks? I used to be like, what about it? And you realize, you know, he started a lot of businesses that I haven't ever been in before. And yeah, Maybe he doesn't do so well in some of those businesses, but how about Trump Tower? He'll put his name on it, sell it, make money, big deal. Like, come on, man. There are some businesses that he'll make,
Hey,
and they fall apart.
They are to getting his tax returns finally. It's getting real close. It's getting within maybe a month or two.
Yeah, so funny. I can't wait till they do come out. I can't wait till they do come out.
All the ties to Russia and Turkey and Saudi Arabia.
Dude. Okay, I'll tell you what. Hey, Rob.
Out, man.
Rob.
Hey,
Rob.
History.
Rob.
I guess you're probably not.
Dude, is Jimmy over here or something? Rob, is this Jimmy?
You're going to be ashamed the rest of your life. I don't know what you'll tell your grandkids.
Well, you see, there's a difference between you and me. I like you. I don't care how you think. I'm not going to try to go here and try to be almighty God and say, you're going to have a terrible life because of the way you think. Oh, up your own butthole, bro. You're so intolerant that no wonder you're a Democrat because you're perfect. You're perfect for them. Telling me I can't do something or think some way because I'm crazy. Come on, bro.
You're going to be ashamed, and it's going to be this.
I'll tell you what. When Trump's tax returns come out and it's super.
It's going to just be completely.
Last question for you, bro. Last question.
But y'all just can't accept reality, man. I want the drugs you're doing because, man, they've got to be good.
Do you do drugs, dude?
I used to, man. I'm an ex-musician myself, man. I cleaned up. I quit drinking in the late 80s. I quit doing hard drugs in the late 80s. But every now and then I like to do some acid.
Okay, man. I used to do drugs, too. I still do, but I used to also. You know, thanks, Mitch. But, dude, I get it, man. You're a Democrat. You know, big whoop. The Democrats are a terrible party. They always have been. They did not.
They're not racist.
Bro, they are the original racists, and they still are today. Do you hate rich white guys?
And then when the Civil Rights Bill got passed, every Democrat who was a racist immediately went and joined the racist Republican Party because that's where all the races had migrated.
Oh my goodness! So yeah, that just happened one day. All the racist Democrats were like, "Hey, you know what we need to do is just switch over," and we all did it at the same time. Can you believe that you believe such, like, who believes in conspiracy theories here? The people that are telling us that we need to be separated by class, that say that it's okay to hate on white people but not any other. White people have had enough and we can hate on them. Like, they're still the racists. They've just shifted from blacks over to white people. Oh, can we agree on that?
I just want to know how much money did you get off of Donald Trump's tax cut? Because I don't see anybody profiting except the 1% of the 1%.
I think what happened is the middle class, we all did better by about $1,000. I don't know, are we middle class or lower than that?
Now he's taking away people's SNAP, food stamps. The Republicans don't even want poor people to eat.
Well, you know, I don't know anything about that. If that's happening, that's terrible. You know, whatever. It just sounds like you have some hate in your heart that you need to figure out.
I really don't. I have intelligence in my mind, and I'm a hippie. I'm an original hippie from the days of real hippies when you couldn't eat in restaurants.
Dude, as soon as the phone call, I can smell the patchouli, man, coming from this speaker, man. Total patchouli, man. Do you wear patchouli? Maybe some Bonsalo or whatever.
I don't like that.
Sunfalo or whatever they call it. Burning some wood, some incest, peace and love.
We did that.
I get it, dude. There's no wonder why you don't like Republicans. Turn this guy down. There's no wonder you don't like Republicans because you're a hippie. I get it, dude. Come on. You know, peace and love. I'm not a Republican. I am a moderate that leans to the right. When it comes to these libertarian things like no regulations, I'm for a lot of that stuff. I'm not for everything conservative. I'm definitely not on the left. I've definitely always been in the middle about things. I want to legalize every single drug. I want every single gun to be able to be bought. I don't want all these restrictions on people. I don't care. Do you want every drug to be legalized, Rob?
Look, dude. I did 2 months in jail for 2 joints of marijuana in the 70s, and Donald Trump hasn't done a day in prison yet. He needs to go.
So, you know, it's unfortunate you had to go to jail for weed. It's not Donald Trump's fault, so take it easy there for a second, buddy. And second, well, Kamala's out already. Kamala, goodbye.
Crimes, dude. You know he's committed crimes. Admit it. Yeah, Donald Trump is a criminal.
Name a victim of these crimes that you what did he say?
Let's start with Trump University. How many victims did we have there? How about all the women he's assaulted? That's 17 victims.
Hey
at
man,
least.
listen. You can say all you want. We just talked about this whole Banu thing here, where this guy was saying that this guy was racist and how everybody jumped on top of it without even talking to the guy. Like, it's unfair to call somebody something like that and not listening to their side. So you hearing somebody go, oh, he assaulted me. What was that recent old woman that said that Trump assaulted her in like a dressing room, and then she came out and said, oh, I made that up. It wasn't for real. She was just trying to sell a book. How many times does that happen? Why do you automatically jump if it's proven your side?
You're living in 1984, bro.
I'm living in 1984.
I'll pray for your soul because you seem like a good guy.
Well, do you pray for reals? Are you do you believe in Jesus and God?
Oh, I don't believe in Jesus. I believe in I've done enough acid to know there's something running the universe, man.
Don't give me this BS like you pray. You sound like Aunt Nancy Pelosi over here going, I don't have any hate in my heart.
I believe her. I think she really is a good Catholic.
Dude. Okay, anyways, Democrats, they're for abortion up to, 5 years after they're born, right? That's sort of their platform.
That's right. You're a man. You have no right to tell a woman what to do with her body.
Hey, I'm not telling her what to do. That's how libertarian I am. I don't care what you do, but I still have, listen, I'm not going to vote for a policy like that. I think it's murder, whatever, but I'm not here to try to tell you what to do. That's how libertarian I am.
It's not your choice. You're a man. You can't have a baby. And if men could have babies, abortion would be legal up to 1 second before birth.
It's all assumptions of you. You're like, oh, if men can get pregnant, we'd get. Come on, bro. You don't know shit. You are
Let me
full
tell you,
of
one
shit.
thing Donald Trump's done
And by
for
the
me
way,
is
do you own any guns, bro? Do you own any guns?
I hate orange people.
Do you own any guns, Rob? Probably not because
Hell
you're a
no,
felon.
I hate guns.
You're a felon. Listen, what do you think about
I
banning
went
guns?
through
Should we ban?
Opie on the Andy Griffith show.
Should
I had
we-
a BB gun,
Rob.
shot a bird, threw that gun down, never picked
Rob.
up another.
Rob, are you hearing me?
Yeah.
What do you think
Y'all got
about
problems with
banning
your phones.
guns? You
I
want to
have
ban some
massive
guns? How are you
feedback.
feeling gun control, bud? How do you feel on gun control?
Oh, I hate guns, dude. You figure it from
My
there.
gun, my choice. You have no reason to say anything about my gun situation, buddy. How about that?
Nah.
Okay.
I got.
Okay.
I think
The
people
rules
that own
apply
guns
for
are
me,
cowards.
but not for thee, I guess. Come on, bro. Anyways, love you, Rob.
How many
Thanks for calling.
guns do you need?
You
What
got
about
anything
these
else, man?
idiots, 900, 1,000 guns. I mean, how many guns you need?
Oh, man, what's this thing? We don't need a whiny bitch, but here you are. Jesus Christ.
Well,
We don't need dogs. We don't need cats.
So that's all
We
right,
don't need
bro. I'm
pets.
older.
We
I
don't
forgive
need
you. I can
jewelry.
turn-
But there they are. Just because we don't need something doesn't mean that we can't have it. I thought this was America, you commie.
There you go. You are trolling, man. You are trolling. You don't believe that crap you're saying.
I do. You're a commie.
I don't
You said it
believe
yourself, you hippie.
Well, oh my God, there you go. Oh, that's the last bastion of someone who lives in 1984.
Hey,
well,
did you see this thing?
I've been called a hippie so many times that
You called yourself a hippie.
my God.
Is that a bad word for you? I shouldn't call you a hippie.
No, but
that
people
like your
seem
N-word?
to think it is.
Hey, did you see this thing about Biden getting into it with with someone in the audience? Called him fat and Jack. Did you see that thing?
Well, he didn't call him fat. What he started spouting that right wing.
That right wing
Lying
BS.
about
Actually, he
Hunter
did call
Biden
him
and
fat.
everything else.
He didn't
Joe
say you're a
Biden.
fat ass, but
And he
if you
called
listen
him a
to it,
liar, and then it got to him just
oh my
wanting to do
God,
push-ups
what is up with this
and
guy
everything.
talking over me? He did call him fat. We should actually play this right now. Can we play this? And then I gotta take a break because I gotta take a leak really bad. But let me listen to this too, Rob, and let's see how you like this here because. I tell you what, I do challenge Biden to a push-up contest. I definitely beat him.
Has been messing around in Ukraine over there, holding their foreign aid
Someone else running.
for them to come up.
Anyways, Rob, are you still there? Can you hear that?
I've seen this on TV.
You did see it on TV.
I'm a political junkie, dude. I'm worried about our country.
If you're so worried about our country, maybe you should look within your own party where there's true racism happening. Now, there's like the 5 white supremacists that are out there. We'll take care of them because you know even my side of the aisle.
Your opponent of what you're guilty of. We all know that.
What? Say that again.
Right-wing people always accuse other people of what they're guilty of. That's what Trump does all the time. He's not the criminal. I'm the criminal.
You know,
he's not this or that.
You know, the guy was a freaking Democrat before he was Republican just a few
play.
years ago. I mean, he was a Democrat just a few years ago before he ran. Like,
that man doesn't have a brain to know what a Democrat or a Republican is.
See, dude, how can you honestly hold a fair trial for somebody when you talk about him like that? When you can't look at him as a human. You don't look at him as a human. That's your problem, bro.
Unfortunately, to read his tweets, the man is an imbecile. He's an idiot.
You don't see someone as a human. You see them as an imbecile and as an, as someone lower than you.
I think the greatest threat to this planet since Adolf Hitler.
Let's see. Neil says, polls in background states don't agree with you, Rob. So what we got with that? Biden was ahead in polls before impeachment started. Now he's behind. Don't think about running water or a waterfall. I don't know what that means in Rob 2020. Oh, I got to pee. That's right.
All right, bro.
So I got to go. We're going to play a video, some Jimmy stuff here, or we're going to do this. Oh, we're going to play this Biden video. Hold up. We're playing a Biden video. Rob, that's what's up right now, right? All right, listen to this.
I'll go and watch it. I turn it down because I don't want any.
Well, hopefully you can hear it through the phone.
With me
Turn it up right here. There you go.
4 and 8 for
put me in the video, though.
them to come up saying they're going to investigate you. We know all about that crap. And he's no backbone. We know that for that. But you, on the other hand, sent your son over there to get a job and work for a gas company that he had no experience with gas or nothing.
And the intensity in his eyes.
In order to get access for the president. So you're selling access to the president just like he was.
So you're a damn liar, man.
He calls him a damn liar.
No one has ever said that. No one has heard that. You see it on the TV. No, I know you do. And by the way, that's why I'm not sedentary. I don't like get up and no, let him go. Let him go. Look, the reason I'm running is because I've been around a long time and I know more than most people know. And I can get things done. That's why I'm running. And you want to check my shape on it, let's do push-ups together here, man. Let's run. Let's do whatever you want to do.
I'll tell you what, dude. You're going to challenge someone to a push-up contest, and he's going to start pushing up, and you're going to lose. Do you think, Rob, are you still there? Okay, good. I love Rob. Rob, you're a great guy, but you're a little out there, and it's okay, man. Like I said, I can see it your way, but you can't see it my way. Like there's studies out there that show that conservatives understand liberals, but liberals don't understand conservatives, and sort of there's where the divide is. Liberals, or in this case, Rob, the leftists, they have this superiority complex where they're in the right about things, and they can't just see or try to understand somebody else's point of view here. And Biden here he's saying, you're a damn liar. He goes, well, come on. If I'm too old, come on, let's go. Let's arm wrestle, man. Let's do a cock push-up or something. Biden here, he's struggling so hard to get this nomination, and he's probably the most moderate of them all. He's not for this crazy Medicare stuff. He wanted to try to pull this Obamacare. I don't know. I don't care, man. As long as I get to keep my insurance and I don't have to pay too much for somebody else's insurance, come on, man. I think we can all live in a happy world where we can try to work out something with Medicare, with I don't know about this universal health care thing. I certainly think that I shouldn't have to pay or make somebody work for cheaper than they would be able to do it on the free market. I think it's going to make doctors' offices dwindle. Like I think about podiatry, or people that look at people's buttholes or something for a living. Do you think they go into that because they have a passion for buttholes, or because somehow butthole doctors make a lot of money, and it's a specialized field? You're going to have less and less of those kind of people getting in those fields because who's going to want to do that for nothing, That's just sort of what I think about Medicare in the first place, man. let's keep going with this Biden thing, and then we gotta get out of here. Pretty loud.
Number two, no one has said my son has done anything wrong, and I did not on any occasion. And no one has ever said it. Not
I
one.
didn't say you were doing anything wrong.
You said I set up my son to work in an oil company. Isn't that what you said? Get your words straight, Jack.
Get your words straight, Jack.
But I hear on MSNBC.
You don't hear that in MSNBC. You did not hear that. But you heard. Look. Okay,
Pause real quick. He's like, you did not hear that on NBC. You did not hear that on MSNBC because they're on our side. You heard that on Fox, and you damn well know it. You damn well know it. Well, I think on NBC they interviewed Hunter Biden or something, and he was like, yeah, I got that job because my last name's Biden. I probably shouldn't have done that. Keep going.
But look, Pat, look, here's the
Stop again. We might have to back it up. Rob, he did not call him fat. Did you just hear him call him fat? We might have to back this up and listen to him one more time here. And I think he's talking about me.
Pat, look, here's the
Oh, he did it again. I mean, I'm getting...
It looks like you don't have any more backbone than Trump does.
Oh, he pissed him off. Look at him. He's so...
Any other questions?
Where are the kids? I'm not voting for you.
I'm not voting for you.
Well, I knew you weren't, man. You think I thought you'd stand up and vote for me? You're too old to vote for me.
Too old to vote. This is lunacy, man. I mean, I can't wait till this election happens, man. Brandon was saying it too. It's like, man, we're less than a year away. Dude, we're going to have some, nicknames. They're going to hold impeachment over Trump's head. But I don't know, man. I'm probably going to vote for the guy this time around. And I know that there's a lot of people that are in my position where we're moderate people that lean right, that we didn't vote for him last time, and we are going to this time. There's a lot of us out there, and I think we might see a sweep, man, an overwhelming sweep. Meanwhile, we've got people trying to impeach him over obstruction of, what was it? They're trying to hit him with obstruction of something again for making people not observe the subpoenas for the judiciary or whatever, the inquiry that they were doing. Man, it's just lunacy. What do we do? What are we going to do here? We're going to see Trump make it again, and he's our president for 4 years, and we're going to see more impeachment. And I'm just going to sit here and go, big deal. I call him out when he does things bad. I've said it, and I remember I think Rob was like, I've never heard you say that anything bad about him once. That's your fault. Because evidently you're not listening to the show enough. And you'll hear when I say, yeah, that's a bad thing. He shouldn't have said that. But it always seems to be things that he says. He's hyperbolic. He tweeted something wrong. He said something badly, or people misinterpreted the way he thinks. Speech can be interpreted in many ways. You happen to have a bias against him so badly that anything he says or does is going to be bad in your eyes, and that's where we have a divide. I started off hating everything the guy said and giving him a chance. Electoral College episode of Emergency Exit, I said, Jefferson, Washington, Garfield, Trump. Sounds weird, right? He's a president of the United States, and I'm going to give him a chance. And the only thing he's really disappointed me on is the way he says things sometimes. Big whoop. The guy's getting stuff done. GDP down. Unemployment, the record low. The economy's doing great. It's terrific. Those are the things we have to look forward to. Foreign policy, not a huge fan of what he does with foreign policy, but, saying that little Rocket Man is a great guy. He's doing what he can do. I think, and I've said it on the show, it doesn't sound great, but think about if we're trying to bridge a divide, we might want to stroke the ego of someone that really wants to kill us. Maybe that'll work. Maybe we can get closer to him. We can do something. We can try to bridge some divides. But no, it's like, no, we should isolate ourselves from these dictators. We should never talk to Putin. We should never talk to Kim. Forget them. I think he's doing, he's a big character with big flaws, and I'd rather have him running the country than someone who constantly says how America was never great and how white people that everyone's racist just by kicking somebody out of a store for not buying something right away. Racism, and I heard this was, I forget where I heard it, but racism is dying. And something's always the loudest when it's about to die. Something's dying, they're screaming. racism's never been louder than it is now. And it's probably been louder back then, but it's growing and getting louder, and eventually it's going to die away. I'm a product of people that are of just different races combining themselves, and I can see that there are not as many racists as some people think. Implicit bias, this kind of BS, where people don't even know they're racist. This is why we're going crazy as a society, and maybe we can find ourselves to love again. You know, man, libertarians say this, or liberals used to go, I don't like what you say, man. I really hate what you say, but I will fight for your right to say it. That is not a liberal standing point anymore or talking point. They go, I don't like what you say. We are shutting you down. We will be back after this break. Of course, we've got Jimmy Preston on the ones and twos. Very few nice things. We will be back in just a few minutes, guys.
We're coming over to your place. It's United States of United States. We respect your personal space. We would never get in the face of United States. United States. United States. United
Howdy people, my name is Tom D. Welderman here with Texas Horse Hunts. Now folks, do you want to hunt horses? Of course you do. Sick of vegans, sick of hippies telling you not to hunt horses? It's our God-given right to get out there and hunt a horse. What kind of horse do you want to hunt? Stallion or mare? It don't matter. You want to kill a colt? We'll make it happen. You just come out. You want a female horse? You can mount the female horse on your wall. Or you can go to our website, www.texashorsehunt.com, or you can call me, Tom D. Welderman, on the phone at 512-666-0961. Here's a call coming in right now. Hey, this is Tom. Who's this? No, I'm in a commercial shoot. No, I know you're gonna, look, I can pay the bill. I'm busy. Horse hunting is down this time of year, and collectors, am I right? Let's talk a little bit about the history of horse hunting. The history of horse hunting. Now, horse hunting started back from the medieval ages. Horses were considered to be not only dangerous, but a bad omen. All right? Look at the book, look at the Bible. The only bad guy in the entire Bible, besides Satan and Judas and that snake in the tree, who I think was also Satan, is the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Now I'm saying, if we kill these horses, no apocalypse. They can ride in here on Vespa scooters. Hey, don't take it from me. You take it from the satisfied customer. Take it away.
My name is Bert Trapp. I am not a paid actor. I am a satisfied customer of Texas Horse Hunts. On my horse hunt, we had a spectacular time. We took down 2 stallions and came upon a mare as she was giving birth and took her and her foal. What a trip. Thanks, Tom D. Welderman IV. You made all of my dreams come true when I went on my own custom horse hunt with my friends. Friend.
All right, thanks, Dwight. Now look, guys, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Horse hunting is expensive, but for a limited time, it's still the same amount. I can't cut budgets. can't cut budgets. Won't make any money, but you have a good time. Go to TexasHorseHunt.com. That's TexasHorseHunt.com, your only source for hunting horses in Texas. And if anybody else says that they're as good as us, they're an imposter.
Hey, can I get your help reading a text message?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, man.
Is
Just
it
got,
open?
yeah, it should be.
Is it
from
from Sarah?
Yeah, Sarah.
It says, I live in Boston. Did you did you take the bus all the way to Austin? I can respond.
Well, the answer is yes, I did.
Yes, I did. Sorry.
But she's blind too, so she's not
Oh,
going to be able to
okay.
see it. So, okay. I just
You
took the
want me to
bus all
just
the way
send
from
it?
Florida to Austin.
Okay.
And she's in Boston?
Yeah, she says, I live in Boston. Did you take the bus all the way to Austin? She said, well, I'm in Boston. How are you going to get home?
I don't know. I guess I'll start walking. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Hello and welcome to the Dusseldorf Beanbag. I am the Dusseldorf, joined by the Piranha, as always, welcome Piranha. Before I start this show today, a lot of people are asking, where are you? You are halfway in the house, halfway outside, there's the leaves, there's a lake behind you. This is not a lake. This is the road in which my cousin lives. He has a drug problem. Anyhow, let's get to the show. The special guest today is the spaceman who was abducted by the aliens. Very special guest. Everybody welcome the spaceman. Thanks, Dusseldorf. I'm happy to be here. Just sit down here. Yeah, just sit down in the beanbag. Okay, all right. Ugh. So what happened? Why did the spacecraft go so out of control into space? Why were you up there alone? Well, originally started out with a crew of about 1,000. Half of them died from gambling addiction. Half of them died from a suicide addiction. You know, once something becomes popular, everybody wants to do it, and you get addicted to it. So what is it like in space? Is it dark? Yeah, it's dark. So what happens? You was floating along. Yeah, I was floating along. I was in space, and then I was gonna kill myself. I'll be honest with you. Not because it was cool to kill yourself, because everybody else did it. Okay, it was a completely different reason. I wanted to kill myself because I was lonely. You was lonely. You had no girlfriend. It wasn't that I didn't have a girlfriend. I had a girlfriend. I had to eat her when there was no one left. I was lost in space, Dusseldorf, floating in a tin can, like in that song. Do you know the song? I know this song. It despises a man who looks like a woman. Michael Jackson. This is not the man. He's the white man. Yeah, Michael Jackson. Yes, I think it was of Michael Jackson. So it was floating through the space. And then all of a sudden, tractor beam. So the aliens, they pulled you up into the crafts, and what happened? Well, I'm glad that you asked. What they were doing was they found a way to harness people's energies, their heartbeat, the way they live. Dusseldorf does not have the heartbeat. I mean, it's a food. Anyhow, so they use it for energy. Yeah, they were using me for so okay. This is what happened. They strapped me to the wall, and then they were using my heartbeat and my and my natural being, my living. They used me for energy to fuel their ship. The ship, where was they going? Where did they want to go? I don't know where they were going to. I just know that I was their battery. But something went wrong because apparently they had never got a human before. So my polarity wasn't right, and it short-circuited the board. What does this mean, short-circuit? Like the movie from the 80s with the Karate Kid? Those are two movies from the 80s. You're talking about Short Circuit and Karate Kid. The Johnny Five is alive? We need more input. We need the input. Was the aliens have robots like the Johnny Five? How did we get on this topic? This is not the same movie. You got Johnny Five, and then you got Karate Kid with the Cobra Kai. You must wax on, wax off. You paint the fence. Do you understand the paint the fence? Yeah, I understand. This is not the point. This is not the point. I was kidnapped by aliens, Dusseldorf. Johnny Five, what happened to you? So it short-circuited, and then the whole thing, I just ripped through the wall, essentially, and I got vacuumed out into space. And somehow I survived, I guess. I was going to kill myself again, too, though. So you survived so much adversity just to you sound like a loser, like a quitter. You want to quit.
That's right. Hey, guys. Welcome back. That was, of course, A Few Nice Things with Jimmy and his friend. 4th episode, Lost. I don't know how many times we've played that. I don't know why we can't play another one. Why do you keep playing that same one, Brandon?
Because that's just the first one that's linked, and it's easy, quick and easy.
Anyways, welcome back, y'all. We got crazy there with Rob a bit. We had some fun. That's how we talk. No, I don't know what to do, man. It's like the way I think is, I guess, wrong in some people's eyes. Like, we've countless times we watch. He's like, I think Rob is one of those guys that would punch somebody that's wearing a Trump hat, you know, and be justified. He's like, well, that's actually a racist hat, you know, and that signifies white supremacy and this and that, and it's okay for me to punch you. Like, I feel like Rob is one of those guys. Rob, you can try to prove me wrong. I don't know. But you sound like you're one of those guys.
It's going to be ringing soon.
Yeah, anyways. So we're going to watch some videos. Let's watch some public freak out videos from Reddit, my favorite little area of Reddit, all the fun stuff. So this is Portugal. He is the president, and he's meeting some of his future voters. And, you know, imagine if this was Trump, in a way. Oh, yeah, this got no sound. Get out of here. Hello, goodbye. Mwah, fuck off. Mwah, get out of here. Hey, you know what? This one's not too bad. Actually, get out of here. It sort of looks more like Biden. That's more of a Biden move, if you ask me, don't you think? Oh, this is a good one we've got coming up here. So we've all seen those protesters at like Planned Parenthood or somewhere, and one of the doctors comes out while the pro-life douchebag was saying something like, "You're a murderer. How does it feel to murder children? How does it feel to murder murders?" And this doctor unleashes the devil.
Pray, sir, you gotta repent, sir.
Repent,
you gotta
you know,
repent,
once
sir,
you
for
repent,
murdering babies.
Why?
Because it's a sin before God.
Why?
Wow.
Stinky breath.
Yeah,
Why?
it's pretty evil of you, sir.
Yeah, I am.
And I hope and pray that you.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you do to babies, huh?
Yeah, I love it.
You love it, huh?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I hope that you come to Christ, sir.
Oh, I never go to Christ.
I hope that you come to Christ,
No,
sir.
I don't go to Christ.
Yeah, you.
I don't listen to Christ.
You will have a darkened heart, sir.
I do have a darkened heart. Yeah.
You have a darkened heart.
I do, very, very much so.
And you will stand before God in judgment
Yes,
day.
I
one day.
will. Every day.
You will stand before God in judgment
Yes,
day.
I will. Every day.
All of the babies that
I
you
love
have
it.
killed.
I love it.
Yeah, keep tearing the babies
Yeah,
apart.
I will.
Keep tearing the babies
I
apart.
will.
Keep tearing the babies apart.
Get out of my face!
Yeah, sir. The babies, their blood screams from the ground.
Anyways. Whatever, man. People are protesting. Obviously, I get it, you know. They have a right to. What is this doctor's on, man? This doctor, I guess, has had enough. And he's like, bah, bah, bah. Just doesn't help the situation. You know, sometimes you don't want kids. And you don't understand. Kids can be jerks, you know. Maybe you're sitting there on your motorcycle. You're revving your bike, brum, brum. And some kid just walks up to you. Just revving my bike, no big deal. This slide left guy right here. I catch ya! Hey, you broken my bike. Hey, where's this bastard kid? Play that again. That's gold, right? This kid knows exactly where to kick this bike. And he's like, cha-cha! Jesus, Murphy. Oh, man. Geez. So kids can be super cruel, man. Kids, they bully each other. They sucker punch each other. I don't think this one has any sound here, no. But this kid doesn't die. This kid that we're about to watch gets in a fight. He doesn't die, but his bus did get shorter about 20 feet here. And I'll narrate this as we go along here. So we've got two kids, one in blue and one in black. The first kid in the black sucker punched the one that's in the blue, and they're about to throw down. Kid in the blue picks up the kid. They're in a scuffle. The blue, boom, and slams him down. And he pins up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he sits there and look, his leg is stuck up there. And he's twitching. Holy crap. Can we play that slam again? And, you know, I've lost a little faith in humanity here because I wanted to see someone go slide in and go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Tick, 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 tick. Now, we're making light of this kid getting slammed, but Jesus, Murphy, that leg is up there, and he is... Oh, man. I hope he didn't die. I actually don't know what happened to him here. This next one is not safe for work here. It's a feminist rally, and it's all blurred out, and you have to say click goes for it because it's not safe for work. Let's watch some feminists fighting for... We can't play that stuff? I thought we can play that. We can do nudity. We can't do nudity? Oh, okay. Well, there was about 30, 40 women that are completely naked, and they screamed. And I was going to make a funny joke. No, don't worry about it. Let's go to the next one here. But when is it okay? And you know what? Maybe I should have never played this because we're in a kind of a kid kind of theme here. Like, when is it okay to hit a kid? You know, what if they're like super jerks to you? They're being super annoying. They're invoking you. Can you just uppercut a kid? Like, what would happen if you were this guy right here? Oh, well, I mean, what would you do? I got stalled and I revealed all that good stuff. What would you do if you were this guy here? Go start from the beginning. Start from the beginning.
Thank you.
No, bro, he put hands on him. He shoved him.
You guys go.
And what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do about it, kid?
Now you put hands on me.
No, he didn't. He touched
And that's
you.
on me. Get out.
The kid's the boss, dude. That kid. He's standing up to him. Slaps him. Oh. And that's it. That's it. Someone's like, what are you doing?
Thank you.
No, bro, he put...
Can we not punch kids? Like,
What are you gonna do?
Maybe we can't.
Now you
Look,
put
but
hands on me.
No, he didn't. He touched
why is it okay that he can just do that? It's not okay that he can do that, but he needs a swift, like, elbow or, I mean, maybe you can push him to the ground, like something that wouldn't, like, kill him on accident. I suppose you can, like, punch him, and you might accidentally twist his neck when you punch him. You can't pick him up and throw him. You might break him. Like, I guess, could you slap him in the face? What do you think? Give us a call. There's our number right there. Let's go to the next one here. Woman yells at another woman on the bus.
Hello, sir! Just because your skin's the same color as hers doesn't mean anything!
Relax, baby.
No, she needs to fucking get off the bus!
Okay, pause real quick.
Because you...
So, homegirl, right as we see here, Miss Biggs-a-Lot, she's yelling at her passenger, or the passenger that's like right there behind her or to her left. We will see here in a second what she looks like, so go ahead and keep playing.
You can't hear her! Fuck you! So you think because... You think because you didn't hear anything?
So stop. So I guess what's going on here is this woman is saying racist things, and Miss Homegirl here, she's like, someone's trying to defend the woman here and saying, well, you don't know you don't hear what she's saying racist shit. Let's keep going. You guys with me on this?
Yeah, because how are you supposed to hear this bitch?
If she didn't hear it, how would he react to it if he didn't hear it?
I don't give a fuck. I will be as profane as I want to a racist.
Stop again. There's that mentality. You don't know this woman. She might have said some things that you interpret as racist when they probably didn't come up. Really, that's not what they meant. But I can do whatever I want. I like, Rob, we're talking about you, man. I bet you, dude, you're one of those guys that would punch a conservative in the face for wearing a red MAGA cap. I guarantee you're one of those guys. And this lady's just, this is you, Rob. This is you. I love you, Rob.
Yeah, you don't know what you are.
Oh, stop again. She's like, you don't know. The lady's like, I'm not a racist. And she's like, you don't know what you are. Does that sound familiar, Rob? He's like, you're so in your fantasy. I don't know why I'm picking on you, Rob, because you're the only caller we had today, and that's probably why I'm picking on you. I'm just picking on you for fun. But you know I love you, buddy. Let's keep going.
That's the seats around here. The seats over there.
That's not alcohol, it's lemonade. Are you fucking psycho? Do you want to smell it? Do you want to smell it? Is that alcohol to you?
Smell it!
You're not supposed to be eating it.
You're eating sunflower seeds. Your cup is overflowing. Look at your lap.
This lady?
Yes.
Yeah, literally. What the fuck? Yeah, she has. Hey, there's another witness.
Let's just let it go, man. Let it go.
He just vouched for me. This man just vouched for me. Yes.
Right. We all trying to get there.
We're all trying to get there. I agree with you.
She didn't talk about it.
Oh!
Don't touch me. There's cameras.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
What'd you get? I guess. I mean, I don't. You shouldn't. You spit on her, dude.
Yeah, she did. She's a lady.
But she spit on her. She spit on her face. Just let it go.
Yeah. What a confrontation that was on the bus. And you know, what a coward move, by the way. You're sitting there next to who you think is a racist, whether or not you think you're good or not. It's like the whole Sith versus Jedi thing, you know, in episode 3. She's sitting there. And she sees that door opens and I'm getting off. And she freaking hawks a loogie right on that lady and runs and just bolts it. You're a coward. You're going to do that. You better do that in front of their face so that you can defend yourself if they try to punch you. You think she was just going to sit there and take it? She got up there and pulled your damn hair until it fell off. Well, you know, speaking of people that wear MAGA caps and get attacked, you know, I'm not going to say that that always happens. But I can say that it happens on the right as well. And, you know, think about the evolution of man, how far we've come. Because we're about to watch a video that's quite enlightening.
The fossil record suggests that in that gap lies the dawn of humanity, the birth of the genus Homo. It's perhaps the least understood and most important episode in our evolution.
Yeah, this lady. Ooh, this is where we gone in life.
What the fuck was that?
This is me and Rob. Right there. Rob was the guy with the lady.
The fossil record.
And then I'm Rob, or well, Rob's the lady, and then that's me going, ooh, ooh. It's all a sideshow, man. I mean, look at this. There's Rob. There's me right there with the glasses. Evolution of man. What do you say here? Let's keep going here. I got another video here. How much time do we have? We got plenty of time for videos, man. We're going to get through all the videos. All these videos have sort of been saved up because we don't get through them all because, you know, half of us on this team, or at least on this duo that we're here,
hey, a third of us
seem to ramble on like an old man sometimes, and it's okay. I love the guy. So this one's so this is an odd situation. It's a very difficult situation, if you ask me, Christopher. Brandon, let me ask you a question. You have a girlfriend, and
I do.
She just attacks you. You know, you piss her off, whatever you did, doesn't matter what you did.
Yeah, I probably deserved it, but go on.
You pissed her off.
Hey, what's up?
You pissed her off, and she's punching you. I mean, we've always been told as boys that we can't hit girls.
Yeah, you don't hit a girl.
We don't hit a girl. But at some point, like, they're hitting you pretty hard and with all their might. Is there any time that, or any sort of rule, like, should they hit, you count them. You know, she starts hitting you, slapping you, you count, 10 times, and then you can hit her once. Do you have that kind of rule?
It's like a 10-to-1 ratio?
Yeah, I mean,
I like to run a nice 2-to-1, actually.
Maybe do we try to take account of their body weight? Like, okay, I'm about 50 pounds heavier than her, so I should hit her 50% less than I should hit. But is it okay to hit a girl if they're beating on you?
I mean, if they're beating on you, it doesn't matter if it's male, female, she-male, whatever. Like, you do what you do to get them away. I wouldn't say, like, go all out and fucking just, well, because, I mean, you're obviously going to win that battle.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
you do what you have to do to kind of
I don't know if it's obvious to some people,
it.
but let's watch this situation with this guy and girl. What would you do? There's no sound, so there's two people wearing blue and somebody watching from up higher.
Oh, I saw this
and
one.
she's slapping. Let's go back and let's count the slaps real quick. We should count the slaps because this guy's look, he's getting slapped. There's 1, 2.
Oh wait, that wasn't a slap.
3.
No slap. Those are punches.
4.
There's
Just
a slap.
hits. 5,
Oh.
6, 7, 8, 9. Punching him in the face. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, a kick, 15, slap, 16. And she's like, you are the worst lay I've ever had in my life. You are a worthless piece of shit, and I fucking hate you, you fucking asshole. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, and your dick smells like shit. It's 18, 19, and the guy's like, come on, I just want to love, man. Don't you want me to love? Ah! Oh, my God. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Okay, stop. I don't like to see women get beat up, but this guy went overboard. I think he was okay with hitting the first time after getting hit so many times, especially a guy at that size. He was huge, right? He was huge. He was big. Not I feel bad for anybody that's watching that tuned in and saw that there. I'm so sorry. That's not a good look for us there. Let's get to this next video here. Not safe for work, of course, here. And I guess it's okay to eat ass. I didn't know it was such a taboo thing, but this guy just, he's got some advice for us, you guys. What do you think about this?
Because too many niggas is talking against the beauty of eating ass with all these dumbass arguments about, like, shit in there or this and that, man. I think if you could eat pussy, you could eat ass. Eating ass is right around the corner. Booty hole right around the corner.
Stop. Pause that. Yeah, it's right around the corner, but that's like the best argument that for not eating ass, right? There's poop in there. There's poop in there. Judas Priest, Barbara, don't put it out with your boots, Ted. Don't tell me my business, devil woman. This is gross. I'm not an ass eater. Brendan, are you an ass eater?
No comment.
Okay, he's an ass eater. That's pretty much what it means.
Hey, it's all right.
I don't care. You do you, man. I don't do it. It's fucking gross. There's poop in there. This guy says it's okay.
You could go one place, you could go to the next door neighbor. It's not that hard. And I personally think just by, like, the biology and the anatomy of it, I think God would, like, it was clearly meant for us to eat ass. That's why ass is fat. You got the cushion. You got, like, the cushion, so when you put your head in it, like, you be safe. Like, no harm could come your way while you eat.
This is not just a sexual thing for him. It's like, this is comfort. Man, maybe I'm coming around to this.
Is he gonna make you change your stance on that?
Big old butt, girl. And, you know, I'm down there, and I'm like, I'm already down there, and it's just around the corner. I just went knock and said, hello. How's it going in there? And then I look a little bit. Look, this is getting graphic as hell, but I think this guy's got a point here, don't you think?
Eating ass because you be safe in the cheeks, feel me? Like,
safe,
niggas is too scared of it. Like, I think it could be like a spiritual thing, feel me? Like, you eat ass good, you go into the Avatar state and shit.
That's what it is.
Like,
you missing God in your life? You need to eat ass. That's what this guy's saying.
Eating ass could really be because they too scared. I don't know why they scared. They say, oh, you know, you eat ass and, like, they be shit in the ass and that's, and nah, nigga, it's not like that, man.
It's not like that. There's only poop in there
going
sometimes.
to the supermarket. It's like eating food. You know, you're not going to go to the supermarket and buy some expired milk.
Okay, so we had this, what do you do when you're with your gal that you eat her ass, and, well, maybe you're not with her. Maybe she's somebody else that's trying to beat you up, and you don't beat on girls. That's the bottom line. You just don't beat on girls. I suppose if they hit you enough, you can slap them once or whatever, in self-defense, of course. But I think you should avoid the action of hitting somebody, pushing someone that's of the opposite gender than yourself. This video is what happens when you don't follow some rules and you hit ladies around other men. She gets pushed, and here comes the cavalry.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
Hey, man, chivalry's not dead, bro. Chivalry's not dead, as you can no doubt see. You will get stomped if you hit a woman, and you should. Well, unless she's been hitting you a lot, it's a difficult situation, but we can move on past that there. Are you still watching that? Yeah, they're beating the shit out of that guy. Just fucking giving him. Jesus. All right, we got a few minutes left here. Let's watch this next one. This is a good one. This is sort of how I feel. This might be another, like, Rob and me situation, you know? Like there's this one guy, okay, boomer, little older, I'm a, oh, yippee, peace out. I'm picking on you again, bro, but it's like you're the only guy watching, I think. But, you know, you could be my worst enemy. I don't know. You know, maybe you confront me and you're a little bit, you're a little, you know, you've been there. You're like Biden. Biden's like, hey, man, I can do this job because I've been there. And that dang old corn pop, he's a real bad dude.
Huh? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Huh?
That's Rob.
Put it on tape? Surfer against a queer? Huh? Is that what you're going to do? Tough guy? You want to be a tough guy? You're not so tough right now, are you?
Call the cops.
You're not so tough, are you, small guy? You're a short
I'm following the
little guy.
law. You're not following the law.
You're a tiny little man.
Vehicle code. Vehicle code.
You're a big shot.
21760. 21760. 3 feet.
Smacked you so fucking good. If there wasn't any witnesses, you know what I'd do to you?
What would you do,
I'd
old
pull
man?
Trump on
What's
you.
your name?
Huh? My name is your worst enemy, motherfucker. My name is your worst enemy. You want to... I'm your huckleberry, buddy. I'm your fucking huckleberry. You short little fucking punk. Huh? You come through this town thinking you're fucking really cool on your bike?
born here.
Like you own this lane? Look, at the bike lane is on this
It's
side.
called share
It's
row.
right in the middle of the street,
Share
buddy.
row. I get share row.
No
I
one's
get
gonna
that
get beat
entire
up on
lane.
around me like this. You came
blocked
around.
my way.
Your
I
hopes
didn't
up.
block your way. I honked my horn because you were way over in our lane.
No, that's my lane.
No, it's not
share
your
row.
lane.
It's
not
share
your
row.
lane.
Look at the law. Look
I'll
at the
be
law.
watching you. You're lucky today,
Look at the
buddy.
law. I
You're
am.
lucky today.
Go to,
What's your
let's go to
name?
number
Huh?
14
My name
after
is your
this
worst
one.
enemy. You fucking short little fucking faggot. Huh?
Huh? What did you say?
I'm just
I'm out of
looking
here.
at you. I'm not coming after you.
No,
I'm
you're
not
not,
gonna
because
touch
you're
you.
fucking, because you're afraid, aren't you? You're a pussy, that's why. Think you're a tough guy on your fucking stupid little bike, but you're a short little fucking pussy, right? And you don't want to fuck with a guy like me, a surfer, that lives in this fucking town, puts up with your fucking shit all the time, right? Puts up with your shit all the time like you own this fucking, like you own the road. You don't own the road,
You own the
buddy.
road?
I don't own the road, but you're the one that fucking got me in the way.
See that sign right there? That's share row.
All right,
See that?
anyways.
In the middle of the
See that?
They keep going on like two old men bickering. Like, people are just out there. Let's go to this next one. So, if someone does this to you, what do? You don't just like, I'm going to call the cops, I'm going to record you. You know what you need to do? Laugh in their face. Just like, maybe we can learn something from this lady here, because she's got it right. This is what you do to your enemies. Where's
I laugh in the face of my enemy.
Hello.
Hello. Play that again.
I laugh in the face of my enemy.
Hello.
Hello. That's what you do, man. Just laugh. Your enemy, what is your enemy going to do? You know, forget it. Let's go to the next one here. 15, yeah, we'll go to 15. And this is a weird one here. I picked this one up a couple weeks ago. We didn't get around to playing it. But there's a legend out there. And he wants to fight. He's an effing legend. He's legendary. That's right. Check this one out here. I love the way they curse, by the way, Muppet. I will... What?
What is you? What? Don't try and stand
stand there and give it to me. Because I'll kick the out of all of you. We will go
I don't know what
inside
happened
now,
here. There's
and
no
we will have it.
context.
Alright?
This guy is an effing legend.
No.
Come on.
Off. What?
Fuck off.
You all think you're big boys?
Yeah, you all think you're big boys? He represents real quick here too. He's like,
I'm from Margaret.
what's up? I'm from Margaret. What, motherfucker? That's like, yo, I'm from 18th Street. He's a legend, man. What can you say? And we find him out there still fighting. Somebody took him up on his legend status here. And he is ripping, dude. Look at him go. Looks like security stopped him. Anyways, we got one last one to go. Let's play the number 17, and we got to finish up here. Thank you guys very much for watching. It's been another episode of Emergency Exit Podcast. We got this really... Oh, no, I can't show it because it's got Wiener, dude. Okay, never mind. Anyways, yeah, I forgot we can't... I thought we were able to play nudity, but it's a really good one where a guy whips this thing out and somebody smacks the shit out of him. That's, it's always fun for me to watch that kind of stuff. Well, thank you guys again. We are on Facebook, Emergency Exit Podcast. Our website is emergencyexitpodcast.com. We are on Twitter at EMEXPod. Go check us out on YouTube. We haven't posted up there in a while because we've been banned, but we'll be back, dude. We just can't live stream. We can still post up stuff. We'll be back there in no time. We had a lot of fun here today, Rob. I picked on you a little bit too much, but come on, dude. It's all in fun when we talk about this stuff, and I can have fun talking about it. You're like, yeah, you're just trolling. It's not really trolling. It's just realist, man. I get it. We live in a divided country, and right now no one can get along. But no one sees the same on anything. But we can all agree that we all love each other. So for Brandon the Hard-Eyed Mitchell, my name's Los.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next week. That's right.